Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching. Today I'm going to be doing a smoky eye using oranges and reds for fall because fall is my favorite season. I'm so excited to be doing this. And if you'd like to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, I would appreciate it. And let's just get into the video. So I'm going to be starting off with the two shades, the third and the fourth shade in the palette called MFEO and Silk Cream. And I'm just going to take that on a tapered blending brush, one from Sephora, but any tapered blending brush would work. And I'm just going to mix a little bit of both of those and then go in just all over my crease. And I do apologize for the lighting, but gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm just starting off in windshield wiper motions. And then once there's barely any product left on my brush, then I'll start to blend it outwards and up. And I am going to focus these more in the outer corner than the inner corner. And then once you've done that, then I'm going to go in with the shades Creamsicle and Butter on the same brush and just do the exact same thing just to layer it and get some dimension. And then after I go in with those two shades, then I'm just going to take a little bit more of the Silk Cream and just blend that in there over top, just to make sure that everything is nice and blended, because we do not want any harsh lines. And then the next color that I'm going to go in with, I'm going to go in with the third shade in the second row, and it's called Pooter. And I'm going to focus this one mainly on the outer corner and even bring it down a little bit. I'm going to take the eyeshadow right next to Pooter, and it's called Pukey. It's the fourth eyeshadow in the second row. I'm going to place that just over top of all those colors, because I want to make sure that we have a nice warm depth to this look. Okay, and then once there's barely any product left on your brush, then what you want to do is just want to slightly start to bring it into the inner corner. Okay, and the next color that I'm going to pick up is, I'm going to pick up Roxanne on the same brush, which is just the color in the middle of the palette, and it's a deep brick red almost. I'm just going to lightly start to buff that in. Okay, and the next color, which is definitely one of my favorite colors in the palette, is called Hunts, and it's a beautiful deep orange. And this one I'm going to bring higher up than I did with the last color. I'm just going to start to place this all throughout my crease, just to really darken up the eye look. And the trick is to getting blended eyeshadow is to always just take a little bit of a color at a time. That way you can just dip in the color, blend it out, dip in the color, blend it out, and just repeat those steps until you get the level of blended that you want. This lighting is terrible. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure there's no more eyeshadow on my brush, and then I'm going to go back in with Creamsicle, one of the first transition shades, and just run that along the top of my eyeshadow, just to make sure that it's all blended out nicely. Okay, yeah, sorry, I just changed the angle just to make the lighting a little bit better because that was terrible. I apologize. I will not use that angle again. But what we're just gonna keep on doing is just make sure that we're using the transition shade just to buff everything out. No harsh lines. Okay, and then now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take one of the shimmer shades in the palette, and it's called Firework. I'm going to put that on the outer corner and the inner corner to make a halo effect. Okay, and then once you've achieved this weird looking thing, then I'm going to go and pick up Queen, which is a beautiful deep gold color. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that, and I'm just using my fingers because honestly, if I use a brush, it's not as pigmented, I find. And then I'm just going to take this gold, I'm going to put it in the center of my lid. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this Smashbox this full exposure brush. I just got it with my full exposure palette. I'm just gonna take this side. It's just like a small, I don't really know. It's just like a small brush, and I'm gonna start going in with basically the exact same colors I went in my crease on my bottom lash. I'm just gonna start off by going back in with Roxanne. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that, dab off the extra, and then just start running this along my lash line. This is my go-to look for sure every day, even though it does take a bit of time. Once you do it a couple times, honestly, I can do this look in like 5 minutes, if not less. But it's just a perfect fall look for when you just want to, I don't know, get in the spirit. Okay, and then that's what that looks like. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Hunts, which is that deep orange again. I'm going to take that and I'm just going to put that right on top of Roxanne. Okay, and then once I do that, I'm also going to put a little bit of that creamsicle color and just run that right underneath the color, just like I did on the upper lid, just to buff all of the colors out. Okay, and then once that's done, you can do eyeliner with this look, but honestly, I'm out of eyeliner. But I am just going to pick up a little bit more of that gold shade just on my finger and then place it in the bottom, or sorry, in the middle of my bottom. To be fair, I was not trying to put this in my waterline, I was trying to just put it on my lower lash, but I guess this is happening, okay? Okay, so now that I'm done with my eyeshadow, I'm going to pick up my mascara. This is just the Smashbox Photo Up Eye Brightening Mascara, which has been my favorite recently. And I'm just going to put that on both my upper lid and my lower, or sorry, upper lashes, my eyelashes. Well, this is boring, so I'm just going to speed it up and I'll see you in a second. Okay, hey guys, I am back. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my face makeup. So the first thing that I always do before I do my foundation is I prime my face. And I'm using Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. But like, it makes your face feel so smooth that it honestly almost feels like unnatural. And I don't even know. I do very much enjoy this though. I have noticed that helps my foundation stay put throughout the day. Okay, so now I'm going to take my True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup Foundation, and I'm going to take 2 pumps of that, and then I'm just going to take it on my finger and dab it all over my face. Okay, and then my favorite way to blend out my foundation is with a beauty blender, and I'm just going to begin to blend this in. Okay, now that my foundation is blended out, I'm just going to set it with a powder. So I'm just going to use the Rimmel London Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder, which is the only pressed powder that I've honestly ever used, and I've never had a problem with it. Okay, and then next, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Contour Palette to contour and highlight. Because it's bronzer. Okay, and I'm just going to bronze my forehead. Okay, and then I'm going to take the lightest color in the palette, and I honestly just use my fingers. I probably shouldn't, but oh well. And I'm just going to use this to brighten up my under eyes. Okay. And then for highlight, I'm going to use 2 different things. So the first thing I always use is the High Beam Benefit liquid highlight. And what I just do with this is I just take a couple dots and put it on my above my cheekbones. That one's off, put it well. And then I use my beauty blender and I just kind of blend that in. It gives off more of like a rosy white. That sounds weird, but like, yeah. Okay, and then I also use the Jaclyn Hill palette, or the Becca Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to take Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop and just put that over top. Okay, and the last thing that I'm going to do is highlight my inner corner. I also just use my pinky. I take the first shade in the palette. I'm just going to pop that in right there and then highlight my brow bone. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I very much appreciate it. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. You know the drill. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Holly, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.